Now then guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back to another episode of this Newcastle United career mode. The takeover career mode as well. We're super duper rich here at Newcastle United and today we've got an action-packed month. This is going to be a nuts month where we do have a really good opportunity to push ourselves potentially to the final of the FA Cup. But we do take on Tottenham to get there. It's going to be a difficult one, but at least a trip to Wembley. We're coming towards the end of the season now, so all these games are super important if we are to push for Champions League football, and that's why I think I'm going to play near enough every game now. We might sim the Brighton game, and that's it. I need to play the Chelsea game. I need to play the Leicester game. To be honest with you, I'll probably need to play the Brighton game because that's a game that we're more likely to take points from. So I might actually sim the Chelsea game and play the Brighton, Leicester and Tottenham game because Chelsea at the end of the day is probably a team we're less likely to take the points from. We've got a few injuries. Martial went out in the last episode and got himself injured until the end of the season. So that's a bit gutting because he's our top goal scorer so far this season. So that's going to make life a little bit more difficult for us. But it is what it is. We adapt to survive. Hopefully we adapt. Well, first of all, before we do get into the games, if you are new around here and you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, we're pushing our way to 4K. I would massively appreciate if you could do that. Also, leave likes on the video and comments because it helps them get seen by more people. Don't know what that was, but they get seen by more people, which is beneficial for the channel and helping us grow. Also, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022, a year that hopefully will be better than last year. I wish you all nothing but the best. Let's take on Brighton. But this will be the starting 11 to take on Brighton. And Icardi is going to take the place of Martial up top. He's proven himself to be very good in the past. Jesse Lingard's going to get his first start in the team today at Cam. I'm still trying to get his match sharpness up. It's a very strong lineup for us. I expect us to put in a very good performance. But I do tend to struggle against teams that play 5 at the back. So we'll see how that goes here against Brighton. They're 12th in the league at the moment. So they are just outside the chasing pack for European football, which we are at the base of at the moment. Hopefully, the expectation is just get Conference League. The Conference League would be a big step for us. Just any form of Europe for Newcastle that can then entice some more big players to come to the team is exactly what we're looking for here. And at first, for a brief second, then I was like, do these kits clash? But no, they don't. And I have to readjust again for play with Barcelona. The way we play with Barca is very different to how I've played with any other side this year. We've got such a strong midfield here at Newcastle as well with Donny van der Beek and Tolisso. Now, Tolisso is such a good pickup. Go on then, Lingard. Go on then, Lingard. Oh, my God. If that had gone in, is he Lingard's first goal? I believe that would have been. I really want him to do well for us. Coutinho's been so good in that position, but with Coutinho getting on in age, Lingard's 30 himself, though, to be fair, I think. So we'll see. We'll see how much football we get out of him. But he's probably been one of the most requested players I've had this year on FIFA. Or at least he's up there with one of the most requested players I've had on FIFA. Everybody wants him to be saved from that situation at Man United because we saw how good he could be when he was at West Ham. And now, obviously, he's kind of non-existent. St. Maximum here has done really well. He's probably questioning where the help was. He got it from Icardi. Maybe should have hit that first time near post. Catched the keeper off guard. Donny van der Beek did brilliantly there to win that back. Tolisso now. Going to play in Icardi. What can Mauro Icardi do now? He's not got enough help, so I'm going to fire it. Oh, my God. Sanchez is in the bin. What an absolute nightmare that is for us. Mauro Icardi will make it 1-0. Very much unexpected. Don't know what Sanchez was doing there. I rate Sanchez as well, to be fair to him. But I want to see what happened here. This is a great goal for him coming back into the team. And I don't know, did Sanchez just misjudge it? I have no idea how he's managed to mess this up. But I will take this all day. I think he just got the flight of the ball wrong, didn't he? He was going to his near post first. 12th goal of the season for Icardi as well. No slouch in this Newcastle side. One of the better signings, to be honest. It's not going to happen now because his girlfriend in real life doesn't want him to move anywhere and she wants him to stay where he is and he's under the thumb. But, you know, in the game we managed to make that move and he's been very good for Newcastle. Well, we have been known to not hold leads. So, will we hold this one? Who knows? With Johnson back in the back line, I'm not too sure, but I need to give him game time for him to improve. I think his days might be numbered, though. It's the back line we're probably going to look at a lot in the summer. Try and improve. This is actually really nice play, Donny. That one out wide. Trincao did brilliantly there to pull that back in towards Lingard. I think he would have been on as well. Brighton are playing with fire a little bit in this one today. They've been a little bit iffy, a little bit 50-50. They're playing some very risky passes in their own back line. Oh, don't give Tolisso room to run into. He's so physical. I'll play that one out wide to St. Maximum. Maximum will whip that one in. Oh, it's a great ball, Icardi. Don't take the touch. I think he just caught it awfully. Just don't take the touch there, Icardi. Absolutely just smash it first time back in the net. That's a terrible pass from Tarkowski. The next time, just pass it straight. I need to figure out this player switch. Someone has suggested something. If they'd have scored, then that would have been ridiculous. Because all I wanted to do was swap to Tarkowski. He even highlighted above Tarkowski's head several times that I could swap to him. Is it the competitive master switch? I don't think it is that. There is apparently something we can use that changes the... Okay, so is it... No, it's not auto switching, right? Can't be. I'm going to go find the comment. We want to change it to ball relative, what we want to change it to. So it's not the master switch. It is the next player indicator. No, it's not that. Okay, so the right stick switching is what you can change. I can't change the top click, which is a bit weird, but we changed this to ball relative, and then it will go to, hopefully, the player that is nearest to the ball. Which makes sense, right? I don't think it should be the player nearest to the player. It should be the player nearest to... I mean, it's the same thing. But we'll see if that helps us out at all. I've heard of success. That was very, very close. Well saved, Henderson. People have had success with it, so we'll give it a go, see if we can have success with it, and then we can pass that on to people to use. But they just... It needs to be... It's so stupid that even if it doesn't swap to, say, Tarkowski first there, the next swap over then should be him, which is fine, right? I'm okay with that, him not being the first swap. But the next one after should be him. It shouldn't then swap to a midfielder and then back again and then back to a midfielder or not swap at all. It just seems super, I don't know, stupid. But that's not a bad ball from Lingard. Oh, he's found it as well. Maximum. It's a great ball in, Icardi. Straight at Sanchez. He's given us one gift as Sanchez. He's not going to give us another. Iso there. Back to Lingard. Lingard out there to Trincao. That's a lovely ball in. Icardi again. He's put it just wide of the post. We really should have doubled our advantage here. I feel quite in control of proceedings, but at the moment, I'm just worried because we can be in control as much as we want, but not that far in the league. Go on then, Icardi. This surely does. Icardi just... Bloody hell. Just before the half, I was going to say. It's 2-0. How has he put this? I've just been saying how good he's going to be for us. Oh, it's a save. Okay, never mind. I thought he shanked that wide. Sanchez with a save. Brilliant save, Sanchez. You've done yourself justice there because you had a terrible moment for the shot earlier with Icardi. I'll let him off. That was actually a really good save. I thought Icardi had just put that one wide. I was getting really angry if he'd have just put that wide. That's another good ball into Icardi. Sanchez really stepping it up since making the mistake. He's been absolutely unbelievable since that mistake. But at halftime, we will have the lead. It probably should be more. Brighton still posing a threat in brief moments in that first half. I feel comfortable. We just need to get another goal. 5 shots. Needs to be more than 1 goal on FIFA. We hope to improve our advantage here in the second half. I'm just going to pass that one forward to Tarkowski for a thunderbolt. And we test Sanchez. And that's, you know, I don't mind that. I don't mind those little shots. Give Sanchez something to think about. Let him know that Tarkowski can kick the football hard. I just want the keeper to know that. I really do. We're going to whip this one somewhere into the box. Tarkowski, we're in the area. Oh, that's bad. Malang Sarr should be scoring that. Donny. Oh, my God. What have they given Sanchez? Get this man tested. Get him tested. Don't understand what has happened here with Sanchez. He made an awful mistake. And then now he's saving absolutely everything. And we've got a man down. And I think it's Malang Sarr. He's our quick centre-back. This is our problem at the back, right? We've got a few slow boys. And then we've got the quick lad. And the quick lad is all important to how we play. And it is Malang Sarr. Because we need him. Because he's quick, right? So that's my logic. So him being injured is really bad at this brief moment in time. I'm going to keep him on. Because we've been told the longer you keep the player on, he will somewhat run off his injury. And I exactly want him to do that. I don't want him to be injured for too long with the games we've got coming up. Donny. Trincao stopped the run. Oh, decent defending. Decent defending. Oh, it's off the post. Get it away, Sarr. Oh, can we break away from this? That was absolutely ridiculous. Lingard now. He wants better runners, doesn't he? He's not going to get them. He's going to get Maximum instead. He's going to get Nuno Mendes. He's going to whip that one over to Icardi, who just stopped running into the box because You know, why keep running into the box? That could have been another injury. Trincao. We're going to win that one back. Get it to Johnson. And I still haven't been able to get Sarr off the pitch, which is a bit worrying now. Trincao, that's a lovely play. Lingard. Oh, that touch is shocking from Lingard. We're playing some decent football now, Brighton. Burn. Oh, just as I say that. Oh, Tolisso, mate. You've got to get that clear. Tolisso has put us in a very sticky position here. Malang Sarr, what a bit of play. Henderson saving us. We're really risking it here towards the end of this game, but there is going to be a breakaway, surely. Go on then, Trincao. That's a great ball from Donny. Why, Icardi, did you pull your run there, mate? Why did you pull your run? It makes no sense in that moment for you to pull your run. I'm going to have to look at the tactics again because that was so dumb of him. And he's not a dumb lad, Icardi. He's got a PhD in football. Is that a thing? Can you get a PhD in football? Let's get the ball across into Icardi, who can't get onto it. I still haven't been able to make the sub. The ball hasn't gone out of play. It's been non-stop back and forth this last few moments in which we look maybe set to not lose the football game. We can now make some subs because the ball has finally gone out. I don't know what it matters, but we will bring off Sarr. And I'm going to look at the tactical instruction here on Icardi. Yes, it's not telling him to come deep, but it isn't telling him to get him behind. So that's something I need to make sure I've got set up when we finish this match. I feel like that's the best instruction for your attackers on this year's game. If you're playing one striker, if you're playing two, it's a different story. But if you're playing one striker and you don't have him on getting behind, I don't know how you're doing it because your wingers must be pretty decent at football then. So there we have it. That's the full-time whistle, and we will take a 1-0 lead. It was not as comfortable as it should have been considering the amount of chances we created and chances we had. Icardi needs to work on that. I need to work as well on him getting in behind because crossing into the box is near impossible if your striker isn't getting in behind. But we'll take it. All we need is points. I don't care how we get them. We just need to keep winning. Look at that. 12 shots. Don't get me wrong. Brighton, right at the end of the game, nearly got themselves back in it. 12 shots. 5.2 XG, and we only managed 1-0. Let's see what this injury is for Malang Sarr. I'm hoping we stemmed it off a little bit by not bringing him off the pitch, but we'll see. It's hopefully not too long. I just can't. 5 days, perfect. That's why we kept him on the pitch, because we knew it'd only be 5 days. How many days in between now and the next game? Perfect. Malang Sarr will be back for the Chelsea game, his parent club. But again, I think we will sim that one because I'd rather play the games we should win than play the games that we might not win and then the sim do me dirty on the games we should win. If that makes any sense, because at this stage, the league is very tight and we need to make sure we win those particular games. We're 6th in the league. There's 7 games left to play. And Chelsea probably just isn't one of those that we can win because they're 2nd in the league. We might get a shock win, but it's unexpected. I couldn't have been more wrong in my life, could I? I don't think we can beat Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea's the game that we go on and win. We beat them 4-1. I don't know what Chelsea turned up. They even scored an own goal. They dominated the game. They dominated possession. They had more shots, but the simulation there's given me an absolute beauty. Trincao, Coutinho, and Icardi scoring. Lukaku got one straight back after Icardi. And then Tapsoba scored an own goal, which I wish I could have got to have seen. We will beat Chelsea. And that won't cement us definitely as Europa League potential candidates, but it definitely now puts us in the race in 6th place. I believe 5th and 6th is Europa League. 7th is Conference, I think. Romelu and Gabby Jesus. I've not seen this one before, I don't think. I might have done, but this is a really cool touch here. But Romelu, Lukaku, and Gabriel Jesus fighting it out. Wow, for top goal scorer this season. Might have to keep an eye on that and see what happens. But yeah, so at the moment, we're in a very good position for actually finishing Europa League and not Europa Conference. I did go full strength for that Chelsea game, though, and a couple of days later, now we take on Leicester. I want to quickly just look at the board objectives and see why they don't like me so much. We are going to finish in Europa League, which should make them happy, but they don't care about that. They care about the brand exposure, and I've given up on this. I think we're at a stage now where the objectives are fixed enough that you can have a low manager rating and you won't lose your job. I made a video on this for a reason. This is by far the dumbest part of FIFA. This whole trash. This whole trash is the dumbest part of FIFA. Newcastle, mega rich takeover. Don't care about domestic success. Okay. Makes sense. But yeah, I think we can get to a 50 rating and still keep our job. So we should probably be all right, especially since we are most likely going to finish in a Europa League spot. I'm not worried too much. I'm not just going to go out and sign some rubbish South American players to fulfill this. We might actually get a streak of 3 clean sheets in away matches this season, but it seems unlikely. Our defense is not the greatest. I saw Musula there at Wolves. Musula is at Wolves, and we're going to scout him. Calvin Phillips is another one that potentially we might look at next season because at the moment, Tolisso is probably the only defensive midfielder. I'm kind of giving up hope on Hayden. He's not very good at football. So I'm kind of giving up hope on Isaac Hayden, and I think the upgrade there would be Phillips. So we'd have Phillips and Tolisso to play the more defensive centre mid. And then Donny and Ward-Prowse, who I'm 50-50 on at the moment. We might get rid of Ward-Prowse as well. I want someone more mobile, potentially. But that's all for the summer. That's not for right now. So this is the starting 11 for the Leicester game. I'm actually going to change these kits because I don't see why we can't wear our home kit in this one. Seems a little bit dumb, but I've given up all hope that FIFA do the kits correctly. We've had so many kit clashes this season. Well, just the year on the game. But yeah, this is going to be starting 11. That is not a strong Leicester side, if I'm being honest. They've got some strong players in there, like Nicolas Sula they've signed, but he's going to play right back. Brazovic is great, and so is Chiesa. But apart from that, I'm not worried. That might be Joe Gomez as well in the back line. But I think we're a stronger team. I think we're good enough to beat them. And this would be huge. I think we've only got one more episode now as well until the end of the season. We'll see where we are in the table, but I think the next episode will be the season finale, which is crazy, but we'll finally be there and then pushing forward into the next season, being in European football. I'm excited for this next transfer window. I'm not going to lie, lads. Let's see what we can do early in the match. Put them under pressure, score a couple of goals. We've just had a really nice win against Chelsea where we actually did bag a few goals, but I struggled to score against Brighton. They were playing that 5 at the back formation that I do tend to struggle with when it comes to breaking teams down. Coutinho being back in the team as well is big. I thought Lingard played really well, but Coutinho is just... he's a different beast. We've changed the mindset now for Icardi. He stays central and gets in behind, which is something I want him to do. I am going to make a couple of tactic videos, I think, just to share my opinions on them. We'll probably start with the Leicester tactic video, because I've got some more Leicester stuff coming up. Not really serious stuff, but there's a fun video for Leicester coming out soon that is part recorded, but because of the holiday season, couldn't get it all done. Now, remember, guys, I know people will be like, oh, where's the Newcastle save? Where's it been? It's only actually been, what, 4 days since this last went up, and that's purely because I took New Year's Eve off. That would have gone up on New Year's Day, which would have been 3 days in between episodes, but I decided to take New Year's Eve off apart from streaming. And that's why it took a little bit longer, but usually it'll be 3 a week. That's the plan anyway. Well, St. Maximum, who I wanted to make the run, didn't, but I might actually find a really good pass into him here. Icardi. It's not going to be Icardi we go for. Joe Gomez will win the header. It should have been Icardi we went for. That's a good ball out to Trincao. Couldn't fire the shot off quick enough. A little bit sluggish with the touch. We look like a better team already, though. Back into Coutinho. Scored in the last game, I think. Trincao, back across, the poor ball back across. Justin's a really good fullback, so it's not going to be easy. Maybe Chiesa is someone we could nick from Leicester as well. Oh, this is nice play. This is a really nice play. And again, couldn't change to Tarkowski. And I'm just going to start getting used to it and accept that we'll concede them. And Patson Daka scores a screamer. What's new on this channel? Patson Daka scoring? That's not new. Again, though, in these quick switch situations, when I want to go from Sarr to Tarkowski, just didn't let me. Makes it much more difficult to close the man down in that situation if you can't get the player switch, which must be frustrating for the pro players, I imagine, right? We can just accept it here in career mode, but if you're playing as a pro player and I can't swap to the right player in time to make that like fast switch decision in order to get me in a defensive position, that's got to be pretty frustrating. I feel like this Leicester team is going to be very difficult for us to pick up points against here. There goes Daka. Oh, that Naily was a brilliant ball. That is a massive cutout there. Oh, St. Maximum. This could be a brilliant opportunity. I think we might be back in the game here. And St. Maximum, he's going to have to go one side, then the other side. It doesn't bloody matter. Takes it on his left foot, which is his strong foot, I believe. And we're right back in the game. I do love it when Alan runs clean through. It's something very nice about that. A lovely finish as well. Well taken. And they come again. Patson Daka. Well in Tarkowski because he's going to have to be good against him. Trincao rushed the pass there. Did not need to rush it. I do that a bit. I don't know about you guys, but I do rush my passes sometimes. I knew Daka was trying to squeeze into that pocket of space there. Did a really good job on him. What could Justin do now? Be tight up against him, Trincao. You got to be tighter. Conte will win it back, though, luckily for us. Very tight first half, that. Really, really tight. Hopefully, you can just take the advantage here in the second half. I'm giving up hope on Ward-Prowse as well. I think we're going to sell him. I enjoyed him for Leicester. He fit that Leicester team. He doesn't fit this Newcastle team. When I've used Tolisso now, and then I'm using Ward-Prowse next to Donny, we just don't have that role where I want someone to be a playmaker. I want someone to be a defensive force and then someone to be a very good dribbler of the football, bring it forward. A bit more like a box-to-box like Donny has. He's got a good engine as well. And Ward-Prowse just doesn't fit any of the roles that I really want out of that midfield at the moment because of how sluggish he is. That is really good play from Coutinho. Icardi now is going to go through. It's going to be a tough angle for the shot. Icardi! Oh, what a save by Iverson. They're bringing off Daka. Brendan Rodgers is trash, isn't he? What a terrible manager. He's bringing off Patson Daka right now. They're bringing on Griezmann. They've signed Griezmann. Maybe he's not that. I still, right. Let's, honestly, right now, in the comments, who's a better striker? Patson Daka or Griezmann? If you chose Griezmann, you were wrong. We could do it with the resulting corner, though. Malang Sarr just over the bar. They're bringing on Calvin Phillips now. Don't know why they didn't start him. Brendan Rodgers is an idiot, isn't he? At the end of the day, Yorkiemann for Leicester manager all day long. But we're going to make a double substitution as well. I'm just going to freshen those legs up in the centre of the park. I think that's where we're struggling at the moment. Joe Willock's going to play centre mid, which is where we might retrain him. I quite like Joe Willock, but we're just not really getting enough out of him at the moment. Jesse Lingard's come on. Willock gets into Donny. Oh, there's so much space here for Donny. What's he going to do, though? I've overrun it. I just overrun it. Too busy with my little brain trying to process where we could actually find a breakthrough pass there. That I massively overran that. And that's probably the last opportunity of the game. Oh, I might have spoken too soon. There might be one more opportunity for Leicester. Win the header. Brozovic. Oh, my God. What a dagger blow. Henderson couldn't get back in time. And 2-1 Leicester City. They don't deserve it. They really don't. We've been sloppy, though, in patches. Lingard just gave the ball away there by not passing it through to St. Maximin and trying to take a touch to put it on his right foot. It is what it is. Leicester don't deserve this, and that is so unlucky for Henderson. He makes the initial save. We can't get out to the header. It's looping. Finds the back of the net. But we will lose to Leicester. We will. We don't deserve it. The boys need to sort themselves out, to be honest with you, like, in parts. And my midfield is worrying me. Tolisso, great. Donny, great. Coutinho, great. The rest, I'm not feeling them at the moment. I want to enjoy using them. Lingard made some poor decisions when he came on the pitch. Willock didn't exist. He's got no physicality there in the midfield, which is a problem for me. And, yeah, it just wasn't good enough. That might close the gap up a little bit now in Europe. We've got the semi-finals coming up against Spurs, but let's look at the league. It doesn't really. We still look destined for Europa League, so that loss there to Leicester doesn't hurt us too much. And they're 12th in the league this season, so 12 draws. So maybe it's not just me when I manage Leicester. Maybe it's Brendan as well. They just like to draw games of football. We've got a big one coming up now then. This game against Tottenham. This will be the starting 11. Trincao has not impressed me in this episode, so I'm dropping him for this game. I'm going to give it to Almiron. His pace could cause Spurs a lot of issues. They're tired as well, whereas we're not so much. Allen's a bit knackered, but we're going to go with Pedro Neto instead. Icardi up top. Willock will play in behind. I want to see what he's got to offer. Apart from that, it's the same as normal. Let's take this trip to Wembley seriously and hopefully book our place in a final. Arguably one of the biggest games of the season, this one. If we're being honest with ourselves, it really is. A trip to Wembley for Newcastle, massive. An opportunity at a trophy, massive. The opportunity to stop Spurs from getting a trophy. Sorry, Spurs fans. You know, massive. So this could be huge, but we have played Tottenham recently, and they were a very difficult side to play against. I'm not expecting this one to be easy. We would have a much easier final, though, if we could get beyond Tottenham. Already being made to knock out Man City and Chelsea as well in proceedings has been frustrating. All we've had is big teams in this draw. And we got ourselves another one when we got Tottenham. Let's see what we could do in this one today. Hopefully, a victory for Newcastle. And another trip back to Wembley, really, would be ideal. This is a really nice bit of running there from Donny. And that's why I like him. That's what I like about him most. His ball into Icardi was very good. Fire off that shot. Kudos caused me problems last time we played against him. Harry Kane, of course, is Harry Kane. He's going to be an issue if we let him get in front of goal. I want to keep him as deep as humanly possible. just don't take your minds there. But I want to keep him as deep as humanly possible and hope that we can hit them on the break and use this double pivot of Tolisso and Donny van der Beek, not like that, but use them to try and help push us forward and get the goals for Mario Cardi. We found ourselves with a bit of space here. Bit of space. Nice bit of play, but Tolisso needs that run. He gets the run in the end as well by Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto across to Almiron. He's not going to win that, is he? Oh, Tolisso got it back though. Willock. Oh, what a big moment that would have been if he'd have scored that. Donny van der Beek. Almiron now bends it top. Corner not to be. Over the bar, but pressure from Newcastle here early against Tottenham at least. Good ball in here to Harry Kane. Need to cut off that lane for him. Højbjerg. Good ball into Kudos. Bergwijn, what a save, Hendo. He's been so good this year, up to 85 rated now as well. He's been a little bit of a lifesaver. So many recommendations again for him. We've done that in this series. We've signed a lot of players that have been recommended to me since FIFA 22 came out. A massive amount. And you know, they've been very good. Most of the recommendations have been super good. Lingard remains to be seen. At the moment, we're playing I can't get the ball off of Tottenham. That's the game we're playing at the moment. Davis now. Yeah, I was going to say he shouldn't beat out Conte. But again, it's going to be given back to Tottenham. And at the moment, that's kind of the game of football we're playing. Just Tottenham having the football a lot. That is a really good ball over to Dele Alli, who squanders the opportunity. Should have put it back in the box, Dele. This in the sun, this is a little bit of a kick clash. I'm not going to lie. Cardi. That's nice play. Tolisso. Back across to Pedro Neto. Pings it into the box. And we're struggling. And I'm struggling to see, to be fair, when we're trying to play intricately. I didn't expect the sun to have this effect. But it is, again, I am blind. Let's remember that. It is a little bit more difficult than I expected it to be. Harry Kane now. Langsar and Mendes up against him, doing really well. We've held Harry Kane to very little touches at the moment. Almiron's ball to Icardi he should be punished for that. That was shocking. But that ball into Joe Willock was fantastic from Icardi, and Joe Willock's got a score. I kind of wish that was Coutinho, to be honest with you, and not Joe Willock. But there we go. That's the biggest chance of this game so far, and we didn't take it. 0-0 at half-time. Kowski now. Oh, that's a lovely ball into Donny. Donny's going to go over the top again. And this is going to be the second chance that Joe Willock's had in a good position. This one's more difficult, and he's pulled it miles wide. I would like to see him at least test the goalkeeper there, if we're honest. Because that's far wide. Pedro Neto now in a good position, but he's no St. Maximum, so he's not going to go all the way to Liso, though. That's a great ball in. Oh, Icardi now. He needs help. Icardi still. Oh, that would have been a beautiful goal. What a save by Lloris. We're going to see a change from Tottenham. Fekir got sent off last time he played Tottenham in Nabil Fekir. So we'll see how he gets on in this one today as a substitute again. But we're going to make a couple of subs as well. We need to freshen up the legs. We need to do something. Lingard's going to come on. I think Willock's days might be numbered at Newcastle. And we're also going to bring on Nico, who did score that last-minute winner the last episode. So we'll see what he can do. We still have the super sub in Cavani on the bench. Well, in Amati. So there are options, but we have had the better of the opportunities in this match. We haven't taken them, though. There they come now. Tottenham! Oh, my God. That was nearly an unbelievable goal. It's been very, very rare when we're attacking that we can catch them out of position has been non-existent, to be honest. Donny, good pressure. Davis now, out wide. This is such a big game of football. It feels tense for me as well. Probably more tense for Tottenham. That's a terrible touch. How did we not get that ball back with Tarkowski there? I do not know. But this is one of those moments where you're running at them and you're thinking to yourself, where's Jesse Lingard? Where's Jesse Lingard? Tolisso. What was Lingard doing back there? He's got the football now. Like, what was he doing back there? Nico's been found. Nico, weird angle, terrible shot. Terrible shot. I think we're going to extra time. Here come Tottenham. Any goal now would surely win the game. That's great. There we go. Tottenham Hotspur will be going to an FA Cup final. We have to put a lot of it down to us not taking our opportunities. If I'm being 100% honest with you, we do. And some poor player performances again. Nico. Cardi. Back across. Lingard. Oh, this is actually really good play. Trincão's been on the pitch seconds. And it's an unbelievable block from Denayer. They've defended so well, Tottenham. It's now or never. We score this or we go out. Can we score it? We can. Well in Amati. Will they clear it? They will. Nabil Fekir clears it. And Tottenham Hotspur will be going to the final of the FA Cup. Newcastle will be knocked out. And I'm not too frustrated. You know, they're a really good team. They're a difficult side to play against. I'm just more frustrated in some of the individual performances. And mainly, the two best chances that we had kind of fell to Joe Willock. And he didn't do anything with it, which makes me just think Joe Willock probably needs to go. We need to start thinking about what's going to happen next season now. We're going to be in the Europa League as well, and I need the bench to come on and actually have a huge impact. It was a tight game, though, and when the games are super tight like that, you always know that there's probably going to be an opportunity at some point in the game if you don't take it for the opposition to take it. And I thought for a brief minute we were going to extra time, but we're going to go to the squad hub now, and I'm actually going to start listing a few players to prepare ourselves for next season. And I'm going to list Joe Willock. He has improved, and I will still get your guys' feedback on what you think, but he hasn't done anything for us. If I look at his stats for this season, for example, in 26 starts, he's only got 4 goals and 5 assists. Coutinho in 16 has got 5 and 6, already more than Joe Willock. It's not good enough. Lingard, of course, will be given more time because we've only just signed him, but I'm going to list Ward-Prowse as well. If you remember, the Ward-Prowse we had for Leicester had a ton of assists. He was unbelievable for us, but the way we're playing with this Newcastle team, Ward-Prowse just doesn't make sense. He'll never start over Tolisso or Donny, and I think the plan is to bring in, say, a Calvin Phillips. So Ward-Prowse will just be that far down the pecking order. It doesn't make sense to keep him. We're also now going to list Isaac Hayden. So big changes next season. We're going to be, changing this team up. We're going to be in Europe. And we need to take that very seriously because Europa League is going to be really fun. But at the same time, you need rotation if you're going to play midweek games. And our rotation at the moment, I've got no faith in it. A decent episode, though, and we will kick off next time out taking on Liverpool. So a bit of a change of pace because we're absolutely slapping everyone in the Barca career mode. We beat Brighton, but we did then lose to Leicester and Tottenham. So it is a different change of pace playing this Newcastle one. But I like it. You shouldn't win every game. It doesn't make sense. So Liverpool, Arsenal, and one other game in the next episode will see out the end of this second season with Newcastle. I appreciate each and every one of you for the support on the series so far. Again, if you're new around here and you haven't smashed that subscribe button already, please make sure to go give it a big... I hope that sound actually sounded good. I hope it did, but it's the first time I've done that. Anyway, I'll see you later. Take care.